Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Respawn Land. My name is RagnaroK. I am here bringing you all the Dota 2 action. I have just realized that one of these is actually wrong. I have to fix it all up right now. My apologies. Oh God. Who is it? It's Call It Quits. That's the one. So I'll just quickly fix this up. My apologies, guys. There we go. That should be a lot better now. So we got Call It Quits going up against Calamity Gaming. Calamity Gaming we just watched before. They managed to absolutely annihilate the Mexi guys. Completely stomped all over the top of them. So we do have the band picks. They are underway right now. We will jump over so we're able to see that. And we do have bans coming out so far. We do have Alchemist as well as Weaver being banned out. I Call It Quits. They obviously know something about these guys from the last game, as these two heroes got used massively to pump out a lot. And we do have Outworld Devourer as well as Pugner both being banned out by Calamity Gaming. They don't want to see these heroes, the same two heroes that they banned out last time. And the pickup so far, Calamity Gaming taking a Timbersaw as well as a Lich. And looks like Call It Quits have taken a Lifestealer very early on. There is still Elder Titan in the pool, so he hasn't been picked up or banned so far. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the next pickup or ban coming out by but no, it's going to be a Slark. So that Death Pack leap as well as that Essence Shift is going to come and make big plays during this game. We hope. Like, there's so much that's going to be able to be bunted down on top of this. So yeah, there's not going to be too much I can do it. He can get out of the sleep as long as he hits that Death Pack right before he gets sleeped. He's going to be able to get out of it. But Bane has been banned out, as well as a Storm Spirit being banned by Calamity Gaming. They used it to great effect last game, but they're banning it out this time. They really don't want to see it. We do have Infinity on Calamity Gaming, one of the guys that was proudly sponsored by Centrelink, who won it last time. And I think that he's going up against one of his own players. If I remember correctly, I think it's Nox that I was actually on his team before. So I am going to quickly do a check on that. Just briefly, where are we? No, maybe? No. Don't think he was, but oh well. We'll see, but we do have an Invoker pickup by Calamity Gaming, and I love this. Invokers both games. Let's hope the Calamity Gaming Invoker can do a lot better than the Mexi guys last game. Call It Quicks will have to deal with that though, but they have picked themselves up Bounty Hunter, so they're 3 core heroes already picked up by, so they know they have to ban out support heroes, but it looks they do have one more pickup, so they're going to be able to get one support that they want. The other one's most likely going to be banned out by Calamity Gaming. Crystal Maiden still in the pool. Venomancer and Bane also both banned out right now. They're banning out as many supports as they can. Surprisingly, even though they had to pick 2 up on their own, so they could have, but a Nyx Assassin being picked up here. And I'm wondering if this is going to actually be Nyx Assassin is going to be going. Yeah, most likely this is going to be a support Nyx Assassin. I can't see really any other way, but we'll have to wait till that last pickup by Calamity to see how it goes. And a Crystal Maiden now coming out for Call It Quits. Yeah, Crystal Maiden's such a strong hero as of late, and the Warlock's been banned. They really don't want to deal with that Warlock. As much as they shut him down last game, they don't have the same lineup that they had then, so they're not going to be able to war him around with those 2 supports, the Alchemist as well as, who was it? Who's the other support? Disruptor. Just roam around the map and just absolutely smash people's faces in. But they do have the Timbersaw, so very, very strong hero that's able to swap stats.
5 seconds remaining.
Remove stats very, very quickly, and they will be banning out a Luna Call It Quicks have. They've only got 13 seconds left of their reserve time, so they've been thinking long and hard about these. And this is going to be the last pick right now by Calamity Gaming. Now, this is going to show whether they're going support Nyx or core Nyx. And this is what we have to worry about right about now, so it's going to be interesting to see what they pick up. And come on, I reckon it's support Nyx. They'll pick up some sort of hard carry right now, go into the safe lane, Timbersaw on the off lane, having the time of his life there, as Timbersaw does. But
5 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds left in normal time, as you heard. 1-0. Normal
Reserve
time's now
time.
gone, so we're back into reserve time. They've still basically got full reserve time, so they can spend as much time as they want on this right now. So they're going to pick it up, and a Viper pickup.
Dire team pick.
That is interesting. That is just a wow moment right there. Viper being picked up by Calamity Gaming as their hard carry. We haven't seen much of Viper, and he hasn't really been successful since like the International one. So it's one of these things that's very, very scary right now for Call It Quits, because it's just like, well, is he really that big? And a Lion pickup, so you're going to have the stun, the hex, as well as the burst damage come out from Finger of Death coming from that Lion. And as we go through now, we're getting all the pickups coming through, everyone grabbing their hero, and we're just waiting on the one now, the Bounty Hunter pickup, trying to get a little bit of stratting out, but there we go. We are now into the game, and going over to the side of Calamity Gaming, we have the Viper being played by Adolf Hitler. We do have Visudo will be playing on that Invoker, who played a marvelous Storm Spirit last game. We do have Spanish guy, because I can't read that. He's going to be playing Lich. Timbersaw is being played by 1327, and Nyx is going to be played by Infinity. Just a quick thing, I'm going to try and find out if I can figure out what that Spanish guy's name is very, very shortly. But we do have Exemption. He's going to be playing on that Slark, or for Call It Quicks, Nox is going to be playing the Bounty Hunter. Lion is going to be picked up by Infeza. We will have Crystal Maiden being played by Vivi, and Keely Hazel is going to be playing that Lifesteal. If you just give me a quick second, guys.
Looks like the strength in numbers guy is going to try and do a little bit of bait. Already had a nice juicy AD.
Just going to see if I can figure out exactly what that Spanish name means. So I'm actually able to call him by something else other than anything. But we do have a little bit of a mix around the map right now. We do have Bounty. He is sitting down here. It looks like he's watching that rune. It looks like he's going to be a mid-lane Bounty Hunter coming out. And he's going to pick himself up a double damage rune, so he's going to help him out in the mid lane. A solo Slark on the safe lane.
Boom! Welcome to Pyrian Flax's
right now, and we're going to have a tri-lane down the bottom with the Lifestealer as well as Lion and Crystal Maiden. So interesting lanes coming out here, and we're going to have dual lanes being run here. The support Nyx being played by Infinity, as well as the Adolf Hitler playing on that Viper. Viper's going to have a little bit of an advantage in here, but if he does get spiked and frozen by Crystal Maiden, it just gives way too much time for Lifestealer to just beat down on him. But he has taken first point in Feast, so he's not going to have that slow of open wounds coming out, which is a little unfortunate. And we do have Invoker. He's going to be standing here in the middle lane. He should win this lane quite convincingly. Bounty Hunter's done a double damage route, has now gone off. Going to jump over to the last hits and denies, and you have a look at that. Bounty Hunter still hasn't got any. He had that double damage route, but he still hasn't got any last hits or denies coming out, while Invoker has 5 last hits, 3 denies, 4 denies, and he's just like absolutely playing this middle lane great, especially against the Bounty Hunter. We do have a Lich who's roaming in here right now. He does have 1 point in sacrifice. He's going to take out the range creep, even taking more away from that Bounty Hunter. So Bounty Hunter's not being able to pick up anything. Timsaw getting pushed back to his own tower right now, just pulling the creeps all the way back down. So he's going to be able to get levels, going to be able to farm up down here on this lane, and he shouldn't have too much of an issue being able to last hit. 1327 showed that he could last hit very, very well last game in the off lane, so he's going to be perfectly fine. We do have more creeps, and it looks like he's just going to walk straight up. He's going to pull more of them down. Slark's just going to deny 1 creep, 2 creeps actually, being able to get those off, but it doesn't look like Timbersaw's too worried about it. He already has level 3. He's basically got everything he needs for the time being. Slark sitting up on, what is he, level 2 only, so Slark just a little bit behind here. It looks like, there we go. But he's going to catch up here. Plenty of creeps sitting around for him to be able to farm up. And there we go. We do see Timbersaw trying to output a bit of damage. Slark's going to jump on him right now, but Timbersaw just jumping down on him and just beating down on him. 1 more coming out. Whirling Death. He needs to get in range. He does get himself around, but the thing, pot's going off, does stop that south. It does look like Slark's going to be in a little bit of trouble right here. He's now getting beaten down by the creep wave, and Timbersaw does not have any points left. mana. He's going to pop himself a mana potion right now. Slark's going to have to try and get rid of that. Wants to get one last right click, but he doesn't want to get in too close right now because there is one more Whirling Death now up because of that mana pop. High ping, ping getting high by the players right now. So obviously they're having a little bit of lag issues coming out. So not able to do it right now. But we go around to the thing. Invoker winning that mid lane by a large margin right now. 3 last hits only for Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter looks like he's gone down to try and get the Invis room down on bottom lane, and he's already got a 2 points up in Shadow Walk, so he really doesn't need it. But he's going to be fine. Invoker just going to be sitting, farming up on this bottom lane as much as he wants. There's dual lane down in bottom lane. There we go. Oh no, it's tri lane now. We do have thing down there. And there we go. We do have the thing coming out, and the spike comes out. And it does look like a little bit of trouble coming out for the line. First blood goes to Lich. Lion going down there in that bottom lane. Tri lane up against tri lane. Go back up to the top lane. And it looks like we do have Timbersaw. It looks like he's trying to go down on that Slark a little bit. He has got basically enough mana. He's got, he doesn't quite have enough for a full combo. He's just walking up. He just wants to basically push off.
Dyer's
and we do have a healing salve now come out for the Slark.
Are fortified.
Fortification now coming out. Slark salving himself up. He doesn't have that ultimate, so he can't just get out of range and be able to heal up all that health. So he's waiting for that right now. He's been pushed out quite a bit. We do have Timbersaw almost popping level 5. Slark just a little bit behind. Not a lot though, so he's still holding his own sort of up here on this top lane for the time being. Oh, that's what's in. Well, going back over, having a look at the Invoker, it does look like there's a little bit of engagement going on. Timbersaw not going down without a fight. He's just right-clicking right now with the Slark. He is going to Timber Chain himself back out of there, but he does still have his pot. He hasn't had to waste any money on extra consumables. He's still got them all there. Has managed to pick himself up an energy booster now as well, so he's getting himself very, very close to those mana boots. He gets quite a few more last hits here. He's going to be quite fine. He's got 2 points in that reactive armor now, 2 points in Whirling Death, as well as 1 in that Timber Chain. And we have a look at this. The Essence Shift is now slowly wearing off that Slark. He's losing more and more as it goes along. And there we go. Completely lost all the bonuses, stats that he just got. So he's even quick. And there we go. We do have Invoker ending up killing off the Crystal Maiden. Where was that? Where was Crystal Maiden? She was down here. It must have been Sunstrike that ended up going and killing her off down there. Just trying to get a little cheeky in the jungle. But there we go. And now they know that the Slark's still around there. He should have had vision of the Slark moving around there in the trees. The Slark in a lot of trouble right now. And it does look like Timbersaw's just about to be able to get up. And Invoker, how long until that Sunstrike up, buddy? Because you got 3 points in it. So that's quite a nice bit of damage that he can come out with. Sunstrike, 225 damage going down on that Slark, 185 health. So with the magic resisted, might kill him. It would get pretty darn close to killing that Slark. So, but now Timbersaw doesn't need it. He's going to dive in on him. He's got himself his mana boots. He's just going to go down on this Slark. If this Slark sticks around any too long, 1 Timber Chain, 1 Whirling Death, and bye-bye Slarky. There is nothing he's going to be able to do to stand up to this. And it looks like people are falling back to the tower right now. We do have Viper doing very, very well down here on this bottom line, 19 for 4, out farming the Lifestealer on this lane. And it's a little surprising with the lockdown that you have a look that these two can put out. It's going to be, and there we go, you'll have a look at this Lifestealer. He just does not like this whatsoever. He keeps getting just hit down by that Venice point. And there we go, we do have the Spike Carapace going in. They're trying to knock down right now. The freeze comes out, not really good chain stuns, but it looks like it's going to cost Lion his life right now because those weren't really chained off too well. Viper going to pick himself a kill down on bottom lane. So this bottom lane's really not working out right now for Call It Quits. They're just getting absolutely punished right now, and Viper managing to pick up a headdress recipe, so it looks like he's going in for a very, very quick pipe or mech straight up, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was a pipe. It was Viper, one of these heroes that get very, very tanky, and there's quite a bit. And look at this Timbersaw right now, just jumping down well past Gonna just knock down on top of it. He just throws out the whirling death. There goes the Chakram. Gonna pull himself right back out. Invis goes the Slark, and Slark's just being manhandled right now by this Timbersaw. Timbersaw having the time of his life up here, being able to get quite a few last hits and kills going off. There we go, and now the new creep wave comes in as well, and more beatdown coming down on this tower, and it's still quite a ways away, a minute 30 until that comes back up, and Timbersaw is just going to take this top tower without any more, and it's going to give even more advantage going over to Calamity Gaming. They should be having quite a good time. Keely Hazel, the Lifestealer, actually now moving up. And it looks like there's going to be a bit of a switch up here. He might be moving up towards the top lane right now with Crystal Maiden. They're going to swap up the lanes a little bit. We do have Bounty Hunter hanging around here down on the bottom lane, but we also have the Lion. So Lion's just going to hang back. I wonder... Where's that extra one? Timbersaw. Where are you, Timbersaw? Not Timbersaw. Lion, Slark. Bounty Hunter, Slark. He's actually in the mid lane right now, and he can't even stand in his mid lane. He's going to get beaten down right now by the thing. It does look like, there we go, it goes straight out. Does he have the cold snap up? No, he doesn't. It looks like he's just going to try and beat down on this Bounty Hunter just a little bit. Ooh, Bounty Hunter getting out of there.
It's not worth enough for you, Gondar.
The Sentry Ward ends up going down there and does not quite. The Bounty Hunter just not being able to do it. Goes missing for too long. They pop a sentry down just to make sure. 3 sentries down in the bottom lane just to make sure that there's no way that he's going to be able to get down here into this lane. It looks like something interesting is going on with a couple of the admin staff. They're all yelling and cheering at each other right now. But we go back up here on the top lane. We do have Chakram going out by Timbersaw. He's got to get himself out of here, though. He is tracked up, so the bonus movement speed is going, but he's just going to chim chain all the way out. Slark looks like he's trying to chase down. He does leap, but he does actually miss. So a little unfortunate there, Slark. He does not have an Orb of Venom, so there's no slow on these hits. He's just trying to essence shift out as much, but he does get the second leap this time. And there we go. We do have Invoker instantly coming in there with the Deafening Blast. Timber Chain going straight out. The dust does go off, so he is able to be seen. Bounty Hunter's going to get cleaned up. Was there any... Cold Snap's already been used. It does look like Slark's jumped himself back over the wall. He's going to get himself out of there, Scoot. But it did cost him a Bounty Hunter. It is 4-0 right now in favour of Calamity Gaming. So, and 3 people up in that top lane trying to farm up that Lifestealer as best as they can. Lifestealer sitting on 1400 gold, but does not have like boots too yet. He does not have his treads or his phase, depending on what he wants to go for. So he's really not getting much.
Tower is under attack.
He hasn't upgraded anything, so he's not able to flash farm at all. And Slark's still standing here in the middle lane, and we do have Invoker just coming in here. And Slark knows he can't really tank up this Invoker. Invoker's just way too strong right now. 4 points in Quas. Not Quas, Exhort, sorry. And it looks like he's got at least 2 points in Quas right now, and he's probably going to go those early Forge Spirits by the look of it. Might pick himself up another 2 points in Quas, get those Forge Spirits up, be able to beat down even harder on people and towers, and get it. And Nyx Assassin picks up a rune, but Lich gets the Bounty Hunter. Where did Bounty Hunter die? Down here on the bottom lane, so Lich managed to pick that up, obviously with the help of Viper. And Viper, even he's having the time of his life right now, has 43 last hits and has 2 deaths. No, that's the Lifestealer, Bounty Hunter. And has 1 kill, 3 assists to his name. So he is just having a ball of time right now. He is tracked up, but that's really not going to worry him. He's going to go that early mech, has a buckler as well as a headdress. So Viper's able to do this sort of stuff because he's very, very innately tanky, especially with that corrosive skin very early on. And he gets a lot of his burst damage coming out from the poison attack and nether toxin, as well as his ultimate. So not too much of an issue for him to do it. And Slark ends up going down in the middle lane, just managed to catch the end of that. 3 people in that mid lane, Invoker, Timbersaw, as well as Nyx Assassin. And Nyx Assassin did not use Vendetta for that, just obviously went in, got the stun off, and using a haste rune. What's coming in there for him? Who's that going to? The Lich. So the Lich, what did he manage to pick up? He managed to pick up his Tranquil Boot. So he's got bonus movement speed now to get himself around the map very, very quickly. So you've got to be more careful about that. It looks like Lich is going to be TPing out into the mid lane. Does not have his ultimate. Was used in that kill before. And will just get a Frost Blast out. And oh my god, Crystal Maiden, goodbye. You just got blown up. And it does look like we do have The lifesteal actually getting blocked out right now by
Dire's
the...
bottom tower is under attack.
And is there another stun coming up? Will be bottling up quickly. Does
That
have another
bottom
stun
tower,
now.
you bad
Will he
dude,
be able to get it?
crap
Oh
anyway,
no,
don't
Yule
swear.
Scepter went up by the Invoker, I'm pretty sure. So Invoker, yeah, Yule Scepter him up as the stun went off. But it does look like the fight is still going. Death Pact does go off. Lich barely surviving right now. Lifestealer trying to get through to get to that
Dire's
Lich.
bottom
And the
tower is
team
under
just
attack.
blocking him off absolutely amazingly. He is going to get ulted by the Viper. Won't be enough to kill him without a couple of extra last hits. Or will it? No,
Dire's
just going to be able to get out there
bottom
with the skin of his teeth. But Viper will pick up the Lion instead. There is a Bounty Hunter still hanging around here, looking like he's wanting to pick off someone who's very, very... But will he get the Courier instead? No, he decides
Dire's
not to. Will
bottom
cost him
tower
his
is
life.
under attack.
Not quite worth his own life after they've lost so much to kill off that Courier. But I reckon this team really needed that money. They are 8-0
Dire's
right
middle
now.
tower is under attack.
Crystal Maiden comes down, tries to just let off a Frost
Dire
Nova
structures
just to
are
try and
fortified.
do something, but Bounty Hunter still hiding in his Shadow Walk is so
Mad
afraid to
dudes,
come
middle
out right
tower,
now.
everyone
He's
go,
not going to
go.
be able to do it. He's going to pick himself up a double damage rune. He's bottled that right now, so he's going to be going over, and Slayer comes straight into the lane, instantly cops one to the face, and there you go, stun goes straight out on top of the Crystal Maiden, and it looks like Viper, will he be able to kill off that Crystal Maiden? Yes, he will, easily done, and the ult goes off by the Lich, and it's just going to be going backwards and forwards. It will end up hitting the Lich, but he death packs, not being able to, heals up a little bit because of his passive from the ultimate, and there we go, we do have a stun out, and it will be a double kill to Viper with the Lion going down. Slark tries to get in there, but Slark isn't going to be able to get down and get in to be able to do that. So Adolf Hitler on this Viper, playing a very good Viper so far. Just have a quick look. 404 has not died this game, and they're just beating down on this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. The other tier 1 towers are already gone.
Dudes,
Down here
middle
we do
tower,
have Keely
everyone
Hazel.
go, now.
This lifestealer has had no impact in the game
Ruh-roh,
whatsoever so
mad
far.
dudes, ruh-roh,
Just
middly,
trying
middly,
to
middly.
get himself up to some sort of farm. It looks like he's trying to get himself a drums. He does. There we go. Drums has been flown out to him, so he's finally got himself a drums.
Yo,
He's going to be able to
Greenness, something bad is
hopefully
happening.
be able to be a
In your
little bit
bottom.
tankier. He really wants that armlet next. So we can have a bit more time. But all 5 of them looks like they're congregating
Dire's
around mid
top
right now.
tower is
And
under
Slark
attack.
is going to be jumping down on the Viper. Viper just getting out there. And there we go. Bounty Hunter in a lot of trouble. Nyx Assassin just jumping straight down. Timbersaw going to be able to pick that up. Viper picks up the kill on the Slark. Invoker grabbing the Lifestealer. And this is just going to be the tier 2 tower in mid right now. They're just going to be able to walk in, push down as hard as they want, and just basically jump in. And it looks like another demoralizing match coming out right now from Adolf, from the Calamity Gaming guys. Just going to be able to beat down as much as they want on this tower. And a Bloodstone now for Timbersaw. So Timbersaw being able to pick up that
Dire's middle tower
Bloodstone.
is under attack.
Just going to go over the thing. Mech up already for the Viper, Adolf Hitler. And it looks like he's going in for an Aghanims. He's already got the Staff of Wizardry as well as
Mad
the Ogre
dudes,
Club.
middle tower, everyone go now.
Invoker just has himself that Yule Scepter for now. Lich very, very
Dire's
poor. Just
middle
having the
tower
Tranquil
has
Boots.
fallen.
Just being the warder, I'm pretty sure, with a magic wand. Boots and a... Basically, he's traded in those Mana Boots to get himself that Bloodstone disassembled. And Mana Boots as well as a bottle sitting there for the Nyx Assassin. And you go over right now for... Call it quits. They have only got themselves 3 heroes with boots. 1 Lifesteal's the only one who's got upgraded boots. In Fezza, the Lion has no boots whatsoever, and it looks like we do have more of an engagement going on, and it does look like Slark tried to jump onto that Timbersaw. Not a good idea. That Timbersaw's awful tanky now that he's got that Bloodstone, as well as 2 points in reactive armor. He does have full points up in Timber Chain and 2 in Whirling Death, so he's going to be able to beat down on basically anything. Track goes out on the Lion, but it's not going to be able to help them. 14-0 in favour of Calamity Gaming. I mean, I really don't want to beat down, and there we go. We do have more going out, and it does look like he's trying to beat down. He gets himself stunned up trying to attack the Nyx Assassin right now, but he is going to go down to the Invoker, and the Forge Spirit's doing so much work right now. GG has been called out. Just after Slark's head has gone down. So Calamity Gaming will be picking up this lane game as well as the last one. Look at that, 0 right down the board for Call It Quits. Unfortunately bowing out of this tournament right now. Calamity Gaming looking like the terror force to just burst through this entire match right now. Big plays coming out by a lot of those heroes, but I reckon I'd have to give the man of the match to that Timbersaw. Just the way he manhandled that Slark, kept him down very, very early on. in the early parts of that game. Really didn't let him get away whatsoever. So congratulations to 1327 there, just being able to get on top of that Slark, not letting him get away, because he was the big deal, the big one. If he got on a roll, he was going to be able to basically kill off Lich and Nyx Assassin very, very easily without too much issue. But congratulations once again to those guys. I will head over to my outro. There are more games here coming from Respawn. I will talk to you guys shortly. Next game should be coming up within about the next 10 or 15 minutes, so don't forget, guys, stick around. Plenty of action coming up, and we'll see you guys shortly.
enda ni gör på dagarna. Ni sitter i det där ventrilo och spelar Dota.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota. I hear you man. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota. I feel you man. Vi sitter här i vänten och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i vänten och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar.
Let's get it on.
Vi sitter här i vänten och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker